The Singing Stream is a musical hike which pairs Schubert's song cycle Die Schöne Müllerin with the Hiroshi Loop Trail.
Das muss ein schlechter Mühle sein, dem niemals fiel das Wandern ein, das Wandern, das...
The walk is 1.8 miles, and it's a gentle walk. You could walk it in most shoes. We're relying on people to download their favorite digital album of Die Schöne Müllerin on their phone or their tablet. We're sending this really trusty little friend, this little green booklet, with you. And we've poured a lot of love into the contents. Photos, paintings, drawings, Native American medicine, Native American legends, details about Schubert, some pictures of his handwriting. And Jazimina has made a very special translation of the song cycle, which is just amazingly beautiful, direct, and entertaining. They'll make you laugh out loud. They'll really melt your heart. A lot of details about the Monadnock local mill scene, the beginning of settlements here. All sorts of goodies in here to keep you company as you go on this hike.
Wir schauten so traulich zusammen, jeder in den Riesenberg. Der Mond war ergonnen.
Jazimina and I were talking about just the desire to connect our love for music with our love for walking in the woods and nature, and in particular in the Monadnock area.
This song cycle in particular, I have turned to over and over again since high school.
We have so much excitement for this music, it just grows and never diminishes, so we thought, well, we better run with that idea.
Einer Mühle seh ich blinken aus den Erden heraus. Durch Rauschen und Singen bricht Bädergebraus, bricht Bädergebraus.
A song cycle is a collection of songs which have some connection to each other, but in this case, there's a real narrative arc. You follow one character through a moment of his life of falling in love and then having to reckon with a heartbreak.
Dein rauschender Freund, dein Singen, dein Klingen, war es also gemeint, war es also gemeint. Zur Müllerin hin, so lautet der Sinn, gern hab ich's verstanden, hab ich's verstanden. Zur Müllerin hin, zur
We thought it would be a really wonderful fit for this trail because it hugs the Nubanusset Brook. A major protagonist in this song cycle happens to be a brook. The setting is in a mill, and the Nubanusset Brook powered many mills in Harrisville and Peterborough.
We started really finding so many beautiful connections. The miller's singing about the stones wanting to dance. He's talking about the millstones that are grinding the wheat. But we have the most amazing stone wall right at the beginning of the hike. And then the brook, of course.
Schubert creates figures in the piano accompaniment which are expressive of the stream in all of its many moods and moments. Schubert and Muller peopled their work with all manner of beings from the natural world which are given life and made animate. That is something that happens all throughout indigenous storytelling. A tree can have as much personhood as a person. The stream is both an outward friend existing in the real world and powering the mill, and is also in a way a reflection of his deeper inner experience.
Die Blütlein am Ufer, die blauen, sie nickten und blickten ihr nach.
Romantic era composers and poets went out walking in the woods to get inspiration. There was a real striving for deep connecting with nature at that time. Wonderful pianist and writer Graham Johnson said, any visitor to Germany or Austria will know walking is a communal activity with knapsack and a jolly ditty sung in harmony. So these were real walkers, and this music was inspired in many ways by getting out and walking in the woods. Our hope is that there will be a double inspiration in pairing this music with the environment that gave it birth.
Schaut das schöne grüne Band, das ist der Bleich hier an der Wand.
As the listener walker desires, they can stop at a series of listening spots marked with green ribbons, sit and read quietly, read along with the music. We've hung a clothesline in between two trees. The idea is as people prepare to leave, they can write a note and hang it on our little clothesline, leave a thought, read thoughts, drawings shared by others who have done this musical hike also.
The poet Wilhelm Müller and the composer Franz Schubert never met. They were an artistic match made in heaven. Schubert had been looking for poems to set a song cycle to for a long time, and nothing really was right until he came upon Müller's poems. And Müller himself wrote in his diary, I can neither play nor sing, and my verses lead but a half life until music breathes life into them. But courage, a kindred soul may yet be found who will hear the tunes behind the words and reflect them back to me. Schubert was that person, and somehow he knew that he was writing poems to be set to music. And even though they never met, and Müller didn't know that Schubert had written this music, they created this masterpiece together.
Und wie ich klagte, so süß und fein, glaub ich doch, mein Leiden wär nicht klein. Ei, wie groß ist wohl meines Glückes Last, dass kein Klang erwerde es in sich fasst.